Colin was right?
Bo Nix. So I told you, Vegas had Denver at 5 wins. I said, nope, this is my favorite over bet. They're already at 5. Bo Nix, last 5 games, 10 touchdowns, 1 pick. Now, his passer rating isn't great. His completion percentage will get better. He's not as gifted as Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams. But Denver's a well-coached team, and in October, Bo Nix had a 102.7 passer rating. Touchdowns are going up. Mistakes are going down. Bo Nix looks like a franchise quarterback, and we thought he and Peyton were the perfect fit.
All right. Well, Colin does not use that term very lightly, calling someone a franchise quarterback. He, admittedly is very, he keeps that term close to his vest. So make no mistake about it. That is not a throwaway term, right? He is saying that Bo Nix is for real. Bo Nix can get out there and win games. Because when he's saying franchise quarterback, he's not saying, yeah, you're a starter, right? He's saying like, no. You can go out there and win games. You are not a liability for your team. So he is that is his way of saying Bo Nix is the quarterback for the Denver Broncos, for the next 10 years. Make no mistake about it. But Bo Nix, I think, played great. I understand it was the Panthers, but again, like I've said, for all these rookie quarterbacks who are playing some of these, worse teams, it means nothing to me because they're rookie quarterbacks, and nothing is a given for a rookie quarterback. Sure, if this was Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, they can put up cartoon numbers, and it won't impress me at all. But if Caleb does it, if Jaden does it, if Bo Nix does it, it's impressive to me. And especially because look what Joe Burrow did versus the Panthers. Joe Burrow was 22 for 31, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception, and a 100 rating. That's Joe Burrow, okay? Bo Nix, on the other hand, was 28 for 37, 284 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 124 rating. Okay, so again, these are never perfect comparisons, different game plans, different games that are unfolding, different injuries in and out of the lineup for both teams for that matter. So it's not, these aren't always perfect. But when you see them going 11 for 17 on 3rd down, hitting 11 different receivers is insane. 4 out of 5 in the red zone. I mean, this is just an awesome game. It's just an awesome game, and it should not be understated. I think everything that Bo Nix has shown so far and the Denver Broncos as a whole has been really great. And I agree when Colin said, the whole over-under for their win-loss. As soon as I saw that, I ripped that too, made a video like immediately and was like, no way. They're going to be better than this. The Denver Broncos are going to be better than this. And I think there was a lot of fear when the season started, right? There was a lot of people jumping on Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos, and there was a lot of laughing in the comment section of Bo Nix is awful, Denver Broncos are awful, Sean Payton is awful. And now win for the 5th time in the last 6 games. Are they only just playing trash teams? Is there that many awful teams in the NFL this season? Do they just keep getting lucky? Like is that what we're seeing? Because I don't think so, right? I don't think so. I think the Broncos are obviously not this like top 3 team in the NFL, but they're ballers, right? They're gritty. They're hardworking. They're well prepared, right? Like they're little bullies. They're here to fight. They're not here to be like, oh gee golly, we have a rookie quarterback. We're just trying to figure stuff out right now, right? They're like, no. We're here to win. We're here to play tough. We're here to give our fans something to cheer about, right? Like we're here to get this going and improve week to week to week. And it's like, let's go. We're trying to make the playoffs. We're not just trying to be like, hey, we're going in the right direction, which is good, right? No, they're like, no. We're here to make some noise. And in fact, we don't want to just get to the playoffs. We want to win a playoff game. Like we are here. If our quarterback continues to get better each week and we get some luck with some health, like, yeah, we can make some noise. Look at the Raiders. The Raiders almost beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That's with Gardner Minshew, no Devontae. I mean, that team's a mess right now, the Raiders. A mess. And they could have pulled off a win against the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes threw another interception. So the Broncos got to feel like they're pretty good. I know from a record standpoint, it's going to be hard to catch the Chiefs. Obviously, they're undefeated and all that. But the Broncos are on the right track. They are making some noise. I just think, right, start the game with a fumble, then give a touchdown, then it's 3rd and 7, right? The game is about to be lost right then and there, right? So early on, the game is about to be lost. I know it's so early and there's always that chance of a comeback, so I'm being a little extreme and hyperbolic, but it's those moments when games can kind of get out of control. And it's like, just if only this didn't happen, then this wouldn't have happened, then that wouldn't have happened. And scores in football can spiral. It just, you have such this domino effect, right? That sometimes, that's why we see some of these such lopsided scores. Even against great teams, it's just going to happen in football. So the game is about to really be lost, and then you have a strike to Sutton for 30 yards, right? It was no touchdown, but it was still great, right? It's still signaling, hey, we got this. We're good. Because I think anytime you face a team like the Panthers that's a bad team, anytime it feels like things aren't going well, fear starts to set in of like, is this going to be one of those games where the Panthers look amazing, where the Panthers win 24-10, right? Is this going to be one of those games right now where this is going to happen? And you can, because you can feel it, especially when you're at home, you can feel the crowd starts to get restless. If you're watching the game with fans or with friends, you can start to feel them start to get uneasy. Like they just happen to stand up and like go to the kitchen to get food or go to the bathroom. Like there's that uncomfortableness. And believe me, players feel it too. They start to tighten up. So the fact that it still signals like, no, this is still good. We still got this are all important aspects. Bo Nix's play action passes, to me continue to be a thing of beauty. When he's rolling out and he's forced to kind of throw on the run, I think it's just very, very smooth. He's so confident and comfortable, and it never feels forced or desperate. It's never in a place where it's like, I gotta make a play. It's more like, this is what the game is giving me, and so I'm gonna go make a play, right? It's a different shift, right? And again, Bo Nix continues to use his athleticism, his body. I think Colin the other day called him smaller and stuff like that, and not as strong. But then he takes a shot. I know he was short of the goal line, but he was like 1 yard out, and he just big brothered himself to the line. I mean, just a beast, right? I mean, like he is. I mean, I don't know why people are calling Bo Nix small. I mean, like he is. He's a beast. I mean, he really is. We're acting like this guy's like Kyler Murray or something, and it's like that's not who he is. So I think Bo Nix is just going to continue to get better, quite frankly, and continue to grow and continue to find what he's comfortable doing. I mean, he had some perfect placement for touchdowns, right? Perfect passes that like you had to just throw the ball perfectly, and he does that. And so I just think, and this is what I had predicted in the beginning of the season, that Bo Nix is a hyper intelligent person, a hyper experienced person with a great offensive minded coach in Sean Payton, and that his progress is going to come throughout this season. That there is literally essentially zero chance that he's not going to make really big, strong steps forward in improvement. And it's going to be very obvious and very clear. And to me, that is ultimately what we're seeing. It's not to say he's not going to make bad mistakes. It's not to say that he's not going to miss some throws, throw interceptions, try to do too much, look frantic, and look like a rookie. But you can see right now, more than anything, because we saw his floor pretty loud and clear in the beginning of the season, and his ceiling was unclear. What we're seeing right now is his ceiling starting to get more defined, and I would even say raising and stretching. So what he needs to do is of course continue to raise that ceiling, continue to define it, and raise his floor, and the Broncos are going to be in awesome shape. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos? There are 3 touchdowns as the Broncos are now 5-3. They win for the 5th time in the last 6 games. Do you think they're playoff bound? Do you think that they can already make some noise in the playoffs? Do you think it's a little too soon? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.